on.
Well, I'm saying.
Last night we had two #1 quarterbacks, #1 draft picks facing off, which is fun. We're going to have those matchups for the next 12 weeks, which is exciting for the first time. Up next, though, we have an undrafted quarterback and a #1 pick. An NFC East showdown at the Link in Week 1. Tony Romo was 22 of 23, targeting running backs and tight ends, and Sam Bradford had the 4th highest second-half completion percentage of any quarterback. Philly, a 5-point favorite at home. Stephen A., you're the mayor of Philly. What are you thinking?
Well, I wouldn't call myself the mayor of Philly.
I call
South Beach, yes.
Oh, so you want to be South Beach.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I got a lot of homeboys in Philly. You know, that's my second home, so we'll roll with that. Here's the deal.
You do have the key to the city of South Beach, which should scare a lot of people in South Beach. But
doesn't scare.
I'll believe that when I see it.
They welcome me all the time.
Yeah.
But I will say this. When I look at the Philadelphia Eagles in this particular game, we know the matchups. We know that DeMarco Murray gets to face, excuse me, he gets to face his old team. We know that Tony Romo has to go up against the Eagles without the services of Des Bryant. We understand that defensively, the Dallas Cowboys defense has to deal with the Eagles offense without Hardy, without McLean, without Scandrick. Okay, we get all of that. But here's the reason I am picking the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game.
Shocked.
On Sunday afternoon. I will unapologetically say that although it is just week 2, and it's a long, long season with 14 games to go after this one, this I consider to be a must-win scenario for the Philadelphia Eagles. If Dallas wins this game, they already have the tiebreak in their favor because they've beaten the Eagles. But they would also be 2 games up because they won their opener and the Eagles lost, which means they'd be 2-0. The Eagles would be 0-2, and they'd essentially have a 2.5-game lead over the Philadelphia Eagles. When you combine that with the fact that all those individuals I've mentioned, DeMarco Murray switching teams, being on the Eagles side, with Hardy, with Scandrick, with McLean and those boys out, and the Eagles still find a way, with Des Bryant out, and the Eagles still find a way to beat you in Philadelphia on your home turf without those individuals at their disposal, I think psychologically it could be a devastating blow to the Eagles. They have to win this game. Also, let's keep this in mind. It's not only important that they win this game, but it's how they win this game. Because one of the things I was proud of watching the Eagles on Monday night, the Atlanta Falcons, inspired by their new coach, Dan Quinn, new system. He's a player's guy, relates to them. Coach Legion of Boom is a defensive coordinator just last year. Those boys, Atlanta, looked like Rough Riders in the first half on Monday. I'm not used to seeing their defense look like that. And the Eagles still turned around in that second half, roared right back, took the lead before losing it once Julio Jones and Matt Ryan connected on a 44-yard, setting up the game-winning field goal. All right, I thought that was Bradley Fletcher out there for crying out loud, and it turned out to be Byron Maxwell. Neither here nor there. The point is this. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you've shown that you can get punched in the mouth. How are you going to respond? You responded in the second half. You didn't respond in the first half. Dallas can't come out there, especially shorthanded, and punch you in the mouth. You not only need to win, you need to punch the Dallas Cowboys in the mouth and make sure they recognize they better get these boys back if they want to mess with y'all, because without them, they can't. That's the kind of message I think the Eagles need to send to the Dallas Cowboys tonight, in order, Sunday afternoon, in order to make this as interesting as I think it's going to be. I believe they will, and I believe the Eagles win this football game over the Dallas Cowboys 31-23.
Wow, I thought you were going to do like
42-12
or something the way you were talking.
31-23.
31-23.
Sass.
That's what.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
You know what, Molly?
What?
Stephen A's probably right about this one.
Okay.
Every point he made was just dead on, deep, insightful, brilliant.
I'm gonna disagree anyway.
But I just have this weird, crazy feeling.
Okay,
this
where is it? Heart or gut?
I don't even know where it is. I don't know where it's coming from. But I just have this feeling that my man Tony Romo is going to pull off yet another major or minor miracle in Philadelphia. I just have this feeling that my Cowboys are going to steal a game they have absolutely no business winning. And the reason that I think this is going to happen, though I wouldn't bet a penny on it, but the reason I think it's going to happen is exactly the reason you said it's not going to happen. And that is every last ounce of pressure is on the home team. My Cowboys will go in with absolutely no pressure and no expectation. Who in their right mind would think that the Dallas Cowboys, as short-handed, handicapped as they are now, no Dez and no defensive firepower, how in the world could they go in there and even hope to hang in with Chip Kelly's vaunted, high-powered Philadelphia Eagles? It just can't happen. But it will, because the pressure's on the home team. And you know better than I how those fans can turn on that home team at a moment's notice, when especially the hated Dallas Cowboys are in full view. And if they're hanging in a game, that crowd's going to start to get a little flustered and finally out and out angry at the home team. And I think it starts to turn on them. And here's why I do like my Cowboys psyche going into Philadelphia. I don't know if you've noticed, but my Dallas Cowboys have won 9 straight away games. 9 straight on the road by my Dallas Cowboys, by far the longest streak in the National Football League. Wow, they won all 8 of their road games last year. And another quick point of order, they have now won 2 straight years against Chip Kelly in Philadelphia. Do you remember 2 years ago? I thought it was the biggest upset of the entire NFL regular season when my Cowboys, as woeful as they were on defense, went into Philadelphia against that next level fast break offense installed by the genius Chip Kelly. And what happened? 17-3 happened. Chip Kelly's offense managed 3 points against a Dallas Cowboy defense. Remember on that Sunday night in New Orleans, they gave up a record. Remember the record yardage that they gave up? It was disastrous. 17-3 that time. Then remember what happened last year on Thanksgiving? The Eagles went in and carved up my Cowboys like Thanksgiving night turkeys. Remember that game? What was it? 38-23, really? I'm sorry, it was 33-10 on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Then 2 weeks later, they go right the wrong. My Cowboys went to Philly, thanks to Bradley Fletcher. I love that. And it was 38-27 Dallas. So even without Dez Bryant, what happened at the end of the Giants game? 76 yards and a touchdown happened, and 72 yards and a touchdown happened, thanks to Tony Romo and an amazing array of receivers that he has, weapons that he has, without Dez Bryant. Because I'm going to remind you, I'm sure Chip knows this, Joseph Randle can also catch the ball. Lance Dunbar can really catch the ball. Listen, Darren McFadden can catch the football and run with the football. And, of course, there's a Cole Beasley, and there's a Terrence Williams, and need I not mention Jason Witten and Gavin Escobar. And all of a sudden you're looking around and you're saying, wow, that's a lot of people to have to deal with this without Dez Bryant. So I just have this feeling that I still have my offensive line. My defense played way better than I thought it would against Eli Manning. He only got in the end zone 1 time. Probably should have gotten in twice, but only once. And then coming off a Monday nighter that had to kick Philly right in the stomach. And it's hard on a short week to get back up for the Dallas Cowboys, right? Because DeMarco's got to be thinking, yeah, I got $21 million guaranteed, but will money buy me happiness here in the role I have? I got 9 yards on 8 carries at Atlanta, really? And Sam Bradford, he took some shots in Atlanta. Are you sure he's going to be okay for this game? Because he's probably still sore today. I will bet you after being out of football for 2 years, he's still sore. And then that little Cody Parkey, that little kicker that he's a problem. I got to tell you, he's become an increasing problem. I think he will be the problem at the end of this game.
So Cody's a problem?
Yes, he is. Well,
really?
Have you been watching?
The Dallas Cowboys? I try not to, actually.
Yeah.
But I will say.
Okay, well, let me do my prediction here.
Go ahead, because I was waiting for that. I mean, I was waiting for that.
To a missed field goal by Cody Parkey. I'm going to predict it right here, right now.
It on him?
Yeah, it's going to come down to him just as it did at Atlanta. Okay. And he missed again.
Yeah.
I got 31-30. Little Tony Romo.
To 30. Nothing to lose, everything to gain for the Cowboys.
Because you have a feeling?
Yep.
That's your argument? Because you got a feeling?
I told you made all the best arguments.
I mean, what the hell is this? I got a feeling.
Woo! I am.
Because tonight's gonna.
Come on, you gotta let your intuition once in a while.
Come on now.
We all do.
All you got to come back at me is
I'm
to
just
sing
saying,
silly songs.
what are you talking about? You said you got a feeling. I don't have to come back at you with anything.
You
got a feeling. You got a feeling.
I told
what
you
does that mean?
Right. What more can I give you?
I'm just saying, you got a feeling. That's your argument. I got a feeling. I got a feeling. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Wait.
How are you out on a limb?
Am I out on a limb here or not? They're 5-point underdogs on the road.
Oh, please, that doesn't count. We all know that with division rivalries, anything can happen. You are out on a limb when you pick the Dallas Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. And that's out on a limb because that ain't happening.
Hey, I was out. Wait. I was out on a limb when I picked them to win the East last year. That was out on a limb.
All right, that's fine, too. Yeah. That's fair. And you were out on a limb when you picked them to go to the Super Bowl. This ain't out on a limb. This is a division rivalry. Anything can happen.
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
Anything can happen.
I just don't think that they're going to beat the Eagles.
Are you waffling
but you got
on your
a feeling.
pick?
Not even a little bit.
Are you having a little doubt? Did I
Not
plant
at all.
some seeds in the back of your mind? I will give you.
That you have a feeling. That you have a feeling.
You know
That's
what?
the seeds that you planted. You got a feeling.
He just planted seeds with that kicker thing.
I did.
He was.
Wait a second. You know, I love you so much, man, that I'm going to give you a break here. I'm going to give you a chance on national TV to switch your pick to the Cowboys. I'm going to give you a chance. You can do it because I see it in your eyes. Every line that I spoke, your eyes got a little wider and a little wider, and you're like,
I'm supremely confident that the Eagles are going to win this game.
Well, change your score. Go up. Make it 40 to 10.
Let me ask you a question.
Come on.
Why does the score matter to you? At the end of the day,
it's conviction.
It's the end of the day.
Conviction. It indicates how strongly you believe in your pick.
My conviction is 31-23.
That's all it is?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yours is 31-30.
I have no conviction.
Is that not a
31-30.
Is that not a W? Is that not a W?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's must win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I believe it is. I really believe
Or it's over. They're going to have to disband after this game if they lose.
No, I think there'll be a wild card if they don't win this game.
Okay.
When I was watching the Eagles, you know what I thought, you see, because I saw flashes of that offense. Just
That's
little
about all I
flashes. Second half. All right, we're fired up for this Cowboys-Eagles game. Can't wait on Sunday, as you can tell.
I thought I made
and
a pretty
Skip
good case.
suggested in the meeting that we hear from the Twitter faithful.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you guys. Use the hashtag battle at the link and send us your prediction for the game. Keep voting throughout the show. We'll reveal your winner, a little later on. After the break, it's the battle for AFC East supremacy. Rex versus Brady. Who wins in Buffalo Sunday? That is the game we are picking next. And we've got plenty more hot topics on this final version of First Take before we head into the weekend. TGIF, check out the rest of our discussion by going to IG right now and checking out our rundown.